Okay, lovely ladies and gents, let's carry on with the next lesson. This is probably going to be the most profound, the one that challenges you the most, but it's also going to be the one that gets you the best results. So it's your first, we've been doing some worksheets and stuff like that. This is your first proper task. I'm excited for you. We're going to be sending some initial messages and we're going to be priming the algorithm, priming the Facebook algorithm or LinkedIn algorithm or whatever, right? We've had that conversation. So when you put your first important post out in a few days, you want people to see it. I'm going to say this again. When you put your first important post out in a couple of days, you want people to see it. Now, a lot of people don't know that both LinkedIn and Facebook, whatever social media platform you're using, is heavily centered around their inbox, the DMs, the messenger function. Now, people do not, at Facebook or at LinkedIn, I'm just going to say Facebook for the sake of brevity, doesn't know who you're friends with outside of Facebook. Now, a lot of people say it's got spying capabilities, and it does know, but it only goes so far. So you may well have an amazing relationship with your mum, for example, and you call her every single day, but Facebook is not going to know that. And so it might think that your mum is not interested in your content because you never engage with her on the platform. It's not going to show your mum that platform. Now, some of you will be like, I don't want my mum engaging with my platform anyway, and that's cool. But and then she may well be stalking you, right? But the notion is that Facebook measures who it thinks you would like to engage with and who they would like to engage with, and it tries to marry them up in this beautiful platform way. So you have to play by its rules, matey. And the way that we can kind of get it to know who we like and who we trust and whose posts we actually want to see is by engaging with people on the messenger. So certainly for the sake of this challenge and probably moving forwards in your business, it's a really good practice. Rather than perhaps sending somebody a WhatsApp message them on Facebook Messenger, for example, or if you're going to use LinkedIn. So message them. If they respond and say, oh, I prefer it for WhatsApp, just say, that's cool. Can you just, that's fine. You don't need to read too much into it. But some people genuinely will engage with you on the messenger. And then it's just Facebook's going to love you. All right. So with this in mind, with us wanting Facebook to love us, your task, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is you are going to send out 50 messages between today, tomorrow, and the next, not all in one go. Facebook used to let you send lots and lots and lots of messages all at once, but it does not like you to do that anymore. And you can easily message around people today, tomorrow, over the course of this challenge. And honestly, if you wanted the easy option, not as effective but easy, you can just check in with them and say, hey, thinking of you, what are you up to, how are you getting on? And then maybe throw in a little bit of a message saying, I'm going to be running a campaign over the next couple of days. I would love it if you could support me. Look out for any posts, comment, and engage on them. Now, it's really, really important that you ask them to engage and comment. Likes do not mean anything in Facebook's day and age anymore. They used to. It doesn't mean anything anymore. I want you to write this down. This is really important. Comments are currency. I'm going to say it again. Comments are currency. So this means Well, if you think about it from your own perspective, right? So you've put out, you've spent loads of time and effort, energy writing out a beautiful post that you think is awesome, is going to change, people's perspectives and brighten their day, or maybe it's funny or amusing or entertaining, whatever. And then you put it out and you get a couple of likes. If you put it out and people comment on it and say, thank you, that was really moving, or that made me smile, or even you get a cheeky little gift, how does that make you feel? I'm going to bet even that the comments mean more to you than just the likes. And Facebook knows this. It understands human behavior and human psychology very, very well. And your comments are currency. So I would suggest that not only are you commenting, there's a little bit more about this in my digital academy. And of course, beyond this challenge, there's only so much that we can do in 5 days. The world of business is immense, and it can go really, really wide and really, really deep. But I would be looking to comment on people's posts as much as you possibly can. And as I mentioned, be engaging with the messenger and get them, the people that you're asking to support you, to comment on your posts. So you can send a bit more of an advanced message that's sort of specifically asking and focusing on a launch. So I put a little example here. Hey Fiona, how are you? Wait for them to reply so it's not a bit, weird and freaky. As you may already know, my coaching practice has been evolving for a little while now, and I really want to make a difference in people's lives. So a statement about, I've been working in my VA business for a little while, and I absolutely, love helping them, whatever. Or I'm going to be starting a new business and I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a big relaunch in a new way, and I would really value and appreciate your support on my posts. I know this might be a big ask, but would love it. I've just realised it doesn't actually say, can you engage and comment on the post specifically? So you do need to put that. And I'll always return the favour tenfold. Sincerely appreciate it. There's a couple of different examples there that you can use depending on your way of thinking. Now, I've specifically put about the mindset of this because, as I said, I've worked with a lot of different clients, and I know what people struggle with and what they don't. I know what I personally struggled with and what I didn't. And this to me was a big step. I was like, what? You want me to contact people and ask them to support me? Huh? No, I'm not doing that. And it really took me a lot of kind of backwards and forwards and toing and froing and the ups and downs. And my customers, I know it does challenge their comfort zone. But if we think back to the commitment that we made less than an hour ago, that we're going to play full out and we're going to get the results that we need to, you need to find a way of reconciling your mindset so that you've reassured it that actually we're just reaching out to people and we're just showing them love. And that people like to show love back, right? Everyone loves to help. Everyone loves to receive. And we're kind of making that beautiful exchange happen. And an analogy I was given was, if I was opening an ice cream shop, I think I might use this analogy a little bit later in the course as well. If I was opening an ice cream shop, I'd get all of my friends and all of my family around there. And I, whether they were going to be my customers or not in the long term, I wanted them at the launch. I wanted them having the taster ice creams and the samples and just making a big fuss and telling all of their friends and family to get down there and rally around me and support me. And I think this is a really nice way of getting your friends and your family involved and invested in your future. And I don't know what relationship you've got with them, but honestly, I have noticed that my relationships have strengthened and deepened, and that before they didn't really get it, and some of them still don't really get it, but a lot of them now have even put money towards funding it so that I can reach more people, which is amazing. And I wouldn't have ever got that if I hadn't have just dipped my toe in the water and got over myself and got on with it. So a little bit of an encouragement there. And just in terms of what I've seen with clients, you'll either get an amazing, super positive response, you get a little bit of a no response, or you have, it happens very rarely, but it has happened on occasion, where you'll get people being a bit arsey and a bit like, nah, why should I do that? Right? That is the worst that can happen. They can say, no, I don't want to support you. Please don't bother me again. And that's fine. That's their opinion. It's not going to harm you in the end. You're not going to die because someone said, I would prefer not to comment and like on your post. That's worst case scenario. I love to do worst case, best case scenario, right? Best case scenario is that everyone thinks it's amazing, awesome. You get hundreds of different clients, loads of different leads, and your business just rockets. But I personally think if you weigh up the risk and the reward far outweighs the risk. So that is that. So without further ado, ladies and gents, please go and get on with your task. Ready, steady, go. Go get them, tiger.